I've basically lived away from home for over 7 years and I'm only 21. Get ready with me while I tell you things no one will ever guess about me unless I tell you. So I basically went to boarding school when I was 11 years old. And you might be thinking, hey, you're too young. Why are you going to boarding school when you're so young? I know I was really young, but I really wanted to go to boarding school. I had an older sister. I was going to boarding school at the time. If you know Nigerian parents, I'm obviously Nigerian, but they always go all out for their kids. And the way they usually prepare my older sister for boarding school, you'll be jealous. You know, like the biggest traveling box. Imagine that box filled with all your favorite snacks, all your favorite things in the whole world. I'm so jealous. Like, oh my gosh. I had visiting days where you can go visit your child. So we usually go to visit my sister. I really love the environment. I love that it's independent. The reason why I loved it was because of the snacks, okay? It was because of the snacks. If you know me, I really love snack a lot. I'd have snacks throughout the day and eat full meal. Basically told my parents that, hey, I really want to go to boarding school. They even asked me why I wanted to go to boarding school. They were like, okay. And they signed me up. Literally, it was that fast. I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh. Hey, I'm going for the snacks. Let's go. So I had a food box filled with all my favorite snacks. I'm ready to live the life. Talk about expectation versus reality. Oh my gosh. I thought boarding school was all fun and games till I actually lived there. My sister was always telling me, no, don't come to boarding school. Like, you can stay home. Just go to day school. And I was like, no, I want to go to boarding school. But I really wanted to have a box of snacks to myself, okay? That was the reason why I wanted to go to boarding school. Boom. First day of school, we had to wake up at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. That's when you wake you up. And you have to get ready by 6. Yeah. You literally have to be ready for school by 6 a.m. in the morning. Like, talking about expectation versus reality. I could do a whole video on expectation versus reality based on boarding school. I really loved it. It taught me how to be independent and be disciplined. I spent 3 years in boarding school. I graduated when I was 14 years old. Then I went to university for 4 years. I also stayed in dorms. So yeah, I basically lived like 7 years away from home. It was fun. It's like living with your friends. I had to grow up. It was nothing like home, but it was really fun. Got to meet different people from different backgrounds and different households. People function differently. I had to learn is that, girl, not everyone is like you. You have a different personality. You're coming from a different household. Every other person also have their own household. Really learned a lot in boarding school. Will I take my kid to boarding school? No, I'm not gonna take my kids to a boarding school. It was fun. I really loved it. I still talk to friends from boarding school, which I love. That's basically how I spent 7 years living away from home. Be honest, would you have guessed that I actually went to boarding school? I don't think so. If you want to see more of this kind of video, just comment and get ready with me. If you lived away from home, let's have a conversation. Is it for boarding school? Is it for dorm? Or did you just move out? Let me know and connect in the comment section.